Right, so now let's correct the article and make sure that it is plagiarism free. So in order to correct the article, you just need to click on the suggestions here on Grammarly and just start to correct the article as Grammarly tells you to do. So you just have to just accept all the suggestions. Make sure that you don't accept them blindly because sometimes they are mistaken. So AI can be mistaken. We are humans, we're smarter. And so take medicine. All right, so this one, I'm gonna change this as well. So change a bunch of stuff. So we only have about 21 suggestions, which is pretty good. So I'm just gonna make sure that the mistakes are not there. And after that, I'm going to run the plagiarism report. So reactions, okay. So we're just doing this. And later on, we're going to take this to Yoast SEO to make sure that it is highly optimized, okay. So instead of quantity, all right, so there's still 10 more to go. Just be patient. The input, need, good, quantity. So even if you're not really good at grammar, Grammarly can correct every mistake that you do, right? Input. All right, let's just leave it like that, okay. And I wanna click here and I wanna click on the plagiarism. And now the plagiarism report is running in the backend, and in a few seconds they're going to show me what is the degree of plagiarism. So here you can see that I only have 1% plagiarism from this website called Monster Steroids. And by the way, I can easily correct that, but I don't need to because that's just 1%. But even if you want to correct that, you can say something like your amount. You can change the dosage to your amount. And now the text is 100% original. Now, we've spoken about the USP. Now, if I click here, Grammarly gives me a report of the score, the text score on a scale of 100. So this says it's 99 out of 100, which is fantastic. It gives you the word count. So there are 6,000 characters, 1,005 words. It also estimates the amount of time that it's going to take the regular person to read this. And it estimates the amount of time that it will take a person to speak this, not just to read it, but to speak it. And it gives you the readability score, which is here, it gives me about 48, which is above average. And so no problem, okay? And yeah, it gives you the amount of number of unique words and rare words that you've used in your article, and you can download this as a PDF and you can send it to your customer. You can also send it to your customer to prove to them that your article is zero plagiarism, that it's highly readable, it contains this amount of words, that it's the readability score, and so you can use it as, I would say, a unique selling proposition. So right now, the PDF report is being prepared. Obviously, there was something wrong, so I'm just going to click try again and see now if the PDF will show. But generally speaking, that's how it works, all right? And so, yeah, we have our text ready now. I'm just going to close it. Maybe there is a simple problem here. Let me show you how to use Yoast SEO. So now that we have written the article, what we're going to do, we're simply going to take this entire article and I'm going to take you to WordPress. So if you don't have a website, you wouldn't be able to use this Yoast SEO plugin because and the reason why I'm using Yoast SEO is because it comes actually free with WordPress, right? So I just have to log into my WordPress, and the only thing I do is I'll just go to posts and I'll click add new. And since the Yoast SEO plugin is already activated, I can simply just go ahead and use it. And this is how we use the Yoast SEO plugin to just take this article and optimize it for SEO. Because when you're going to be selling an article to somebody, you need to be certain of what you're talking about. That person is going to talk with you in SEO terms. He's going to require you to write a certain number of focus key phrases. So to those of you, let me just write it down in a piece of text, notepad. Okay, so there is something called the focus key phrase. Okay, so if you are beginners to copywriting in general, focus key phrase is what you would like to rank for. Here, this blog on Healthline called Health in class health, drugs, and the article's name is testosterone cypionate injectable solution. Right here, in this instance, this website, Healthline, is trying to rank for testosterone cypionate injectable solution. And so if I go to, for example, Google, and I run a search of testosterone cypionate injectable, injectable solution, the first thing that will pop up is this result because this website is highly optimized. But the second one on the list is, not surprisingly, Healthline. And the reason why this website actually is more, or I would say, is outranks Healthline is simply because this is a website about drugs. Okay, so that's why I believe they have much more authority on the subject. Because Google, if you go and look for SEO courses, they'll teach you this. And this is a very, very basic principle about Google. Google will not rank a website that talks about, let's say, talks about sports. It will not take a website that ranks about sports and rank it better than another website that talks about golf or about a golf article. So it's context means everything to Google. So if you are a sports website, writing about fitness is better better than writing about something that has nothing to do with the niche. And so this is why Healthline, even though it is a medical website, but it was still not able to outrank GoodRx. And there are practically a lot of other reasons as to why you could argue why Healthline does not rank well. But the only thing I was trying to show you here is that you can see on the top and in the heading, the H1 heading, because I believe this is the H1 heading of this website. So if I just click on this and I click inspect, it will take me over here and we'll be able to see quite definitely that this is an H1 heading. All right, so H1. Okay, so this is generally an H1 heading, and you can only have one H1 heading per article. Otherwise, you will end up with SEO trouble with Google, because Google says have one H1 heading per article per blog. You cannot have more. As far as the other heading types, for example, this one is an H2 heading, is you can have, let's say, about 2 or 3 of those in an article. And if we check, we can find that we can easily get a glimpse of the number of H2 headings that Healthline has used, or the person that has written this article for Healthline has used. We can simply just click on this and inspect every time to recognize whether this is an H1 or an H2 tag. That way you not only know how to write an article that is in similar or even better quality than this one right here, you will also be able to replicate their SEO without knowing anything about SEO, okay? All right, so right now, without further ado, I'm going to go to WordPress. But first of all, I need to make sure that I copy the entire article over here. And basically, this is a 1,005 words article that we have written together. So by now, you must know how to write an article in a similar fashion that I did. Now, in order not to leave you out there in the wild, I'm going to create 2 more articles, and we're going to do it together. So brace yourselves. This is going to be a long, boring course. But hey, you're going to learn the skill of recreating any article, no matter what field, no matter many things. So here, the only issue right now is that this is not the classic editor, but not a problem. I'm just going to paste the entire article over here. You can see down below, when we scroll down, you'll be able to see the Yoast SEO plugin. And this is what I want you to see, the SEO analysis. Now here you can see that we can click this and it takes us here. Now this is what I want you to see. Now we just took the article, we created a new post. We didn't even give it a name. We just created a new post and we went ahead and just pasted the article. Here, some problems are arise from the analysis results given by the free Yoast SEO version. I believe that the free Yoast SEO version is enough You don't really need to get the premium version unless you have money to spare. And so the problems are, first one is keyword distribution. Have you evenly distributed your focus key phrase throughout the whole text? Now, the first things first. Here we can see this line that says focus key phrase. Now, the focus key phrase that we are trying to rank for, obviously, is testosterone cypionite, because here in the products, injectable steroids, testosterone cypionite, and in other words, I'm going to take this, and this is the focus key phrase that I want to rank for. So I'm just simply going to go back to my article, scroll down to focus key phrase, and just place it right here. Now, once I've placed the focus key phrase, you can see that a whole new set of results has been shown. Now, I'll move forward and I'll cheat a little bit and I'll add a slug. Now, the slug, I'll make it similar, except for the fact that the slug needs to be separated with a dash. Now, for the meta description, I am going to go to Google and search for testosterone cypionite injectable, okay? All right, injectable solution. And then I'm going to take this description right here because it is by far the best description out there according to Google, because since it's been shown as the first results. So I'm just reverse engineering what the successful people are doing. I'm just redoing it. There's no time for us to reinvent the wheel. We'll just take whatever the best are doing out there and we'll recreate something like it. Now over here, you can see that it's still orange, which means that our SEO analysis is not that perfect. I need this to be green. I need the SEO analysis to be green. And that's when you can say that we have fully optimized our article for SEO in a way that we can sell the article to the customer without really, well, in fact, it's going to be our unique selling point. Aside from the fact that it's zero plagiarism, top that with the fact that it is a well-optimized SEO article, you have the proof to argue or to negotiate with the customer on that basis. Now here, the description starts off with testosterone cypionite or depot testosterone is an injectable solution. All right, so I'm just going to remove depot testosterone because that's not what I want to rank for. Is an injectable form or is an injectable form. Instead of injectable form, I'll just remove N and I'll just remove form and I'll just keep it like this. Is injectable testosterone that's used to treat low testosterone in adult males. All right, and so I don't need this. Okay, I'll just remove it. And basically, I'm gonna need to write a little bit more to make this green. So in adult males, to treat low testosterone in adult males with testosterone deficiency. Point. Okay, so you can see now that it is green instead of the color that it was before. And clearly you can see that I have used the focus key phrase in the meta description as well as the slug, which is good SEO optimization. And also there is the term testosterone that was repeated 3 times. So that's also good. And basically, all right, so if I scroll down a little bit, we can see that we have 10 good results. The first one is that the key phrase is in the introduction, key phrase in SEO title. There is also key phrase length is good, so good job. Key phrase density, the focus key phrase was found 19 times, so it assumes that it is great. And what keyword density or key phrase density means is that testosterone cypionite, this key phrase was found 19 times in the text. Okay, so that's also a good thing. So just follow the instructions of Yoast SEO and just make sure that you have a lot of green here. And of course, we're going to go and try to remove some of the red ones over here, but some of them we're not really highly interested in removing because I'm going to show you later why. Now, key phrase in meta description. Okay, so key phrase appears or synonym appear in the meta description, which is exactly what I told you. The key phrase in the meta description is also good SEO optimization. And meta description length is also good. So you can see the green sign over here, which tells us that the meta description is good. Now, basically, uh, meta description length, well done. Previously used key phrase, okay, you've not used this key phrase before, very good. Key phrase and slug, great work. All right, so we make sure that the key phrase is in the slug, and Yoast SEO is the first to tell us that that's a good practice, which is what I told you. And it says over here, 7 of your H2 and H3 subheadings reflect the topic of your copy. Good job. Text length, the text contains 999 words. Good job. So, as I said, text should be over 1,000 words before you can charge something like a $50 to $100 per article. Otherwise, it would not really be wise of your part or from your part to charge anything more than $50 for. It's the rule for me is for a 1,000-word article that takes me, let's say, 45 minutes to write, I need to charge $1 for every minute that I work. And so that's my rule. If I work 10 hours, I need to make $600. I don't know about your rules, but generally speaking, you can make your own subset of rules and basically just negotiate with the customer, and based on your skills, and if you are really good at what you're doing, then the customer would definitely pay you more. Here it says no outbound links. So what do they mean by outbound links? Now, outbound links are links to external websites. For example, if I take testosterone cypionite from here, let's take this one for example because it's in the text. And let me go ahead and add a link to it. Okay, you can add a link this way. And I'll go, for example, and take this link of Healthline, come back over here and paste it. And by the way, you can open the link in a new tab if you want. You can make this a no follow or sponsored, whatever you like. That's a topic for another conversation. I actually have an SEO course in preparation. So to those of you who might have completed this course, if you're interested in an SEO course, please just wait around because I'm going to be sending you an announcement soon of one of my new course releases about SEO, search engine optimization, and how to build a high-class affiliate website. So over here, I'm just going to click open up in a new tab, and I'm going to click the link was already added. So let's just see. I'm not so sure if the link was added. I'm just going to click again. I'm going to add the link, and I'm going to open a new tab and click right here. The problem is, well, I'm just going to go back. The problem was, okay, I didn't select the entire text. So I'm going to select it again, paste, click here. All right, so now the link was successfully added. I can go back to the link and open it up in a new tab. All right, so now we have a link. So if I scroll down, that was an outbound link. I'll find that we have one less problem. Here we don't have any more that we need to add outbound links. It was completely removed. And so if you add images to this article, now you can add images. Okay, so you can add an image to this article, which is not really what I'm intending to do right now because I'm just going to deliver this article the way it is. But if you add images, and especially if the image contains an alt text that has something to do with the testosterone cypionite, then it also will boost your SEO. We can add some internal links. So for example, this website, let's say that this is your client. Let's assume for a second that this is your client. When you take this article and you have internal links inside of the article, internal links are precisely the links that link to other articles or other blogs or other content on your own website. That will boost your SEO. So we can go ahead and pretend that we're going to add an internal link, but since my website is, the name of my website is Passive Income Gen Z, so I'm going to take this just to demonstrate to you guys that when you add an internal link, it actually helps optimize your SEO. I'm going to pick information, for example, and I'm going to click on the link over here and link it to my website's landing page. Click this. Now we have an internal link. So if I scroll down, you can see that the internal link is no longer there. All right. So for your client, you can link the article here by using key phrases to the client's website to make sure that you're doing everything in your hand when it comes to SEO. Here it says link key phrase. You're linking to another page with the words you want this page to rank for. Don't do that. Well, I don't need to, I just ask you to just disregard that for a second. SEO title width, the SEO title is wider than the viewable limit. All right, so the SEO title, where is it? Here, this is the SEO title. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to remove solution, for instance. Let's scroll down to see if that was removed. SEO title. All right, try to make it shorter. SEO title. All right. Well, in other words, I don't think there needs to be any more optimization to be made, because basically the SEO analysis here is already green. And so what you can do, basically, you cannot print the report, but what you can do is you can take this. You can, for example, go here and you can print screen the results of SEO optimization. You can open up a paint tab this way, which is exactly what I do with my customers. I open this up over here, and then what I do is I just take this, okay? I take this and I show it to customers as proof, as a proof image. So I just make it like this, and I just save this image to my computer. So I'm just gonna go ahead now and save this. And I'm gonna save it as USP, let's say 1, all right? USB 1. So right now we have two reports. We have the SEO report using Yoast SEO that tells us that our article is well optimized for SEO. As you can see here, the emoji is green, which signifies that our article is good to go. And we also have over here, if I click on this, you can see that I have a 100 out of 100 score. And I can download the PDF that gives me access to data about readability score, about plagiarism, about much of the other things. All right, so if I open up the report, it's untitled. You can basically rename it to whatever you want, but that's not a problem. And if I scroll down here, there is no writing issues. Plagiarism, it says here, this text seems 100% original. Grammarly, or the AI of Grammarly, found no matching text on the internet in ProQuest's databases. And if I scroll down, it gives me access to the unique words that were used in this article, to the sentence length. And basically, at the end, it just shows you the article as it is. And so right now, we need to go to the deliverable, because now we have optimized our article for SEO. We have also printed a report that we're going to deliver along with the article to our customers to prove the fact that we have genuinely written a well done article for them, not like any other article. So just to look professional, even though what we've done is simply curate content that exists on Healthline. But like I said, the reason why nice people finish last is because nice people fail to realize that it is okay to cheat. This is not cheating, especially when it is just something that we do. It's not, it's not against the law, because we didn't take this content and curate it in a way that changed the meaning of the text. We've just changed some words, and we made sure that the context was this, or still stays the same, in order not to mislead anybody. And of course, if we read this article and any other article, you can find that there is a disclaimer that goes with the article that says, our goal is to provide you with the most relevant and current information. However, because drugs affect each person differently, we cannot guarantee that this information includes all possible side effects. This information is not substitute for medical advice. Always discuss possible side effects with a healthcare provider who knows your medical history. And so in order to make sure that we are not misleading the people, we're going to add this disclaimer at the end of our article, okay? So we're just going to add it, and we're going to deliver it along with the article to prove that, hey, do not trust us. This is an article. Yes, it was written for this website, but make sure that the disclaimer is there, because it's against the law to write a medical article without a medical disclaimer at the end that is in a way shared responsibility, because some people might decide to sue Healthline because they have read a piece of text on the Healthline website, and maybe that could have affected them psychologically or even physiologically, because they might have been misled in a way to purchase a drug that harmed them. And so you want to make sure that you make it clear to readers that, hey, if you've read until the end, then you are surely interested in getting the product, but beware, or disclaimer, a big disclaimer is, we're not here to tell you what to buy and what not to buy. We're not sure whether this will work great for you. We're not sure. We don't know about the possible repercussions that this can have on your health. You are the only person responsible for your own health. So you need to make that clear.